Okay, so this is gonna be part two to What If Deku Was Moon Knight? So let's get into it.
Do it on my own, so I gotta get through it. And the only thing I know is to love what I'm doing. Never give up, never slow, till I finally prove it. Never listen to the no's, I just wanna keep moving. Yeah, I put out all this art, it's my only medicine. Yeah, everything I do, I'm just being genuine. Yeah, I'm sick of being screwed, feel my own adrenaline. Yeah, I do just what I do, and I hope you let me in, yeah.
So I'm just gonna say this. I'm sorry about not posting as much. I've been dealing with school, and yeah, like school started out for me, and they're giving me like a lot of work, and yeah, that's like the only reason that I haven't been posting, and so yeah, that's the only thing I wanted to say. So let's continue. So where I last left off, it was the end of the USJ attack. Yeah. So let's continue. So when they have like the was it a 2 week break? I'm gonna just say it's 2 weeks. So on that 2 week break that they have, Deku has been like tracking down the villains, the League of Villains, and he goes on more and more patrols at night, and sometimes he even does it like full like he does like an all-nighter, like where he just patrols all night and he doesn't get any sleep, and it doesn't really affect him, but yeah. So I'm gonna say on like the third day, or no, on the fifth day on patrol, he would encounter, or he's like on top of a building. He jumps down and he starts gliding like through like the city. And while he's gliding, he looks around to see like more people in an alleyway. I'm gonna say he sees like eight like nine people in the alleyway. So he glides towards a nearby building to watch. And like so he sees eight on one side, and they see another one on the other side. Then like like the eight people would like go into like a stance, like a fighting stance. One of them would try to use their quirks. Like one of them would try to use their quirk. And I'm gonna say it's just like he can shoot spikes from his hands. Well, yeah, spikes, metal spikes, and the other guy, I'm gonna say that like he would put his hand up and he would just shoot fire. So yeah, he would shoot fire at them, and this would completely disintegrate them. And as the guy watches, like as he watches everyone like get cremated or like disintegrated, this is when Deku would jump down, and Dabi, or not Dabi, well it is Dabi. I ain't gonna hide it anymore. So Deku would jump down like in front of Dabi, and he would say like, "Who are you?" And Deku would say like, "You might know me as Moon Knight," and Dabi would say like, "Oh, I've heard that name before. Like, I heard you're some kind of vigilante." And Deku would say, "Yeah, like why would you do that to like those people?" And Dabi would say like, "Oh, like they were just annoying me, so I had to take them out." And Deku would say like, "So you just kill people that get in your way?" And Dabi would say, "Yeah, that's basically what I do. And you're getting in my way, so I'm gonna have to kill you." Then Dabi would put out his hand and shoot fire at Deku. Deku would dodge this, and Dabi would continue shooting more and more fire, and Deku would be dodging this. And then Deku would get up close and punch Dabi in the chest, and Dabi would get sent back. Dabi would like recover, then he would like charge at Deku, but I don't really know if Dabi has like martial arts training. I'm pretty sure he doesn't. So like he would like try to punch Deku with using fire. So Deku would be dodging Dabi's attacks. Yeah, I would say that Deku would pin Dabi down, and Deku would say like, "All right, so what are you doing here, and who are you?" And Dabi would say like, "You can just call me Dabi, and the reason I'm here is no reason at all. I just felt like walking in alleyways." And Deku would say like, "Is that so? Like do you work for anyone?" And Dabi would say like, "Huh, not really." And Deku would say like, "What do you mean not really?" And Dabi would say like, "I ain't telling you anything." And Deku would say like, "Fine, like that's okay with me." So Deku would would get off or would stop, or Dabi would get back up because Deku would get stop pinning him towards the ground, and Deku would secretly put a tracking device on Dabi, and it would turn invisible so he wouldn't notice it. And Dabi would say like, "Huh, so like yeah, I'll be on my way." And Deku would say like, "All right." And Deku would say like, "Huh, let's see what he does later on." So Deku would just like like get out of there, and for like a couple of more days, Deku would just be like following Dabi around using the tracker, and he would just like follow him, or Dabi would just go to like random like abandoned buildings, like alleyways, and like Dabi keeps killing people, but like Deku doesn't want to interfere because like he might like Dabi might think that he's like following him, so he doesn't interfere. Then eventually Dabi, or I want to say like Dabi would meet up with like Toga, and I'm gonna say Mr. Compress is there too. Like they're just walking towards like a bar, and Deku would say like, "Huh, where are you going this time?" So like the three of them would just enter the bar, and they would join, or they're joining the League of Villains a lot earlier than in canon. So Deku is like on the roof, and I would say like he has like a earpiece, and he has like a little robot with like a microphone. He sends it inside of the bar, and Deku is hearing what they're saying. And there's like Shigaraki is basically recruiting them, or trying to recruit them for the League of Villains. And like in canon, like they would first say no. Like Dabi and Toga would say no. And like they would like get into like a little fight, and like eventually they would like agree that they would join the League of Villains. And I would say that Dabi would ask like what's their next attack, and Shigaraki would say like we have a traitor, or yeah, we have a traitor inside of UA telling us what they're gonna be doing next, so we're waiting for them to report back. Deku would say like, "Huh, a traitor. Now I gotta figure out who it is." So Deku would just jump away, and he would start gliding back towards his his house. And I must say that he has like his house is pretty big. It's not a mansion. It's not, yeah, it's not a mansion. It's just like a pretty big house. It's like bigger than normal, but it's not huge like a mansion. So like I want to say like he would enter his house, he would take off his mask, and so I want to say like Deku would have like an elevator in his house, like a secret elevator. And like I'm gonna say like Deku would go toward like a bookshelf and like pull one of the books and it would reveal the elevator. Deku would walk in and the elevator would take him down. And like down like his basement is huge. It's kind of like the Batcave, but it's kind of basically like a Batcave. But I guess it's more, yeah, I would just say it has like more technology, I guess. So um Deku, or not Deku, I'm gonna say like, or Deku has an AI. I'm gonna say that. I don't know, like you guys can name the AI if you want, but like the AI would like greet Deku and it would say like, welcome back like Master Midoriya or Master Deku. Like how may I assist you? Deku would say like, I'm fine. Like, so I'm just gonna have to do like a few like things before I go to sleep. And the AI would say like, what work do you have to do? And Deku would say that I've been following around this villain, and they were just recruited into something called the League of Villains, and it seems pretty bad. And like what I'm assuming is the boss said that there's a traitor in UA, and I have to figure out who it is. So the AI would say like, oh, okay, like, do you want me to go like scan through like the entire UA database? And Deck would say like, please do. So the AI would say like, scanning now, and it's scanning basically every file, there's like everyone that attends, like every teacher that goes to UA, and Deku is just looking through them, and eventually, like as he's like scrolling through them, the AI would be like saying that this person has like 50% chance of like being the traitor, like 2% chance, like stuff like that. And eventually he would get to Kakagure. Can't really say her name. It's basically she's invisible girl, and it would say like 100% the traitor. Like the AI would say that. And Deku would say, huh, so she's the traitor. I would never thought of that. So how am I gonna approach her? So Deku would be like planning for the next few days, and he has been like upgrading his suit. I would say it's kind of like I would say that he has vibranium. Yeah, why not? I would say he has vibranium. He has a vibranium suit that he's working on. And yeah. And he's not really like relying on gadgets anymore, because I'm gonna say that he kind of messed with this vibranium, so it can like shape shift into different weapons. So instead of like carrying around like a pair of brass knuckles, um Deku can just think of brass knuckles, and the suit would just like shape shift into brass knuckles, like on his. It would make Basically he would have brass knuckles like appear from his suit, so he would be able to use them in a fight. And his cape is like the same. It's like this special made of like it's a special cloth that it's like bulletproof and fireproof. So yeah. So Deku's been working on this suit, and he's also been working on different vehicles. I'm gonna say that he's working on a jet, or I think I already gave him a jet. I don't remember. Either way, he's working on improving or like working on new vehicles. So yeah. Um so finally like this like they would go back to school, and Deku, um he's just like not really paying attention to Aizawa. He's more he's focusing on Invisible Girl because like he knows that she's a traitor. And and he's just thinking in his mind, and Aizawa would like call on Deku and he would say like, Midoriya, are you okay? And Deku would say, yeah, I'm fine. I was just thinking of something. And um Aizawa would say like, oh, like, don't worry about it, but next time just pay attention. Deku would say like, all right, sorry. So then, um, so everyone would like get changed into like their PE uniforms, and Deku like changes as well, and they would all meet up in like the whole sports festival arena, and everyone like every first year is gathered around, around the stage where Midnight is, and she would like reveal like the first like obstacle that they're gonna do, and that would be like the race. And Deku's like he would like kind of grin. I would say that Deku doesn't have he doesn't have his like um gadgets. Yeah, I'm just saying that he doesn't have his gadgets. But on his own, he's pretty like he's superhuman, so he's pretty fast. So like Deku would give off a little grin, and he would walk towards like the front of the line, and so does everyone. Like everyone would walk up towards the starting line, and it's crowded like in canon, but Deku's at the front, so he doesn't really care. Then Midnight would say go, and this is when Todoroki would use his ice attack, and Deku would get frozen in place, and Todoroki would run past him, and like giving off a glare, and Deku would glare back at him, and Todoroki would start running, and then Bakugo and like basically everyone who broke free would like break free like in canon. So then Deku would just break the ice with just by punching it and continue running. And Deku like is having like a little of like hard time like running because like he's running on ice. But eventually he would get like the hang of it and just start running normally. Eventually he would get to the 0 pointers, and he would see like Todoroki shooting like the giant ice attack at them. And he would say like, I gotta hurry before they start falling, and Deku would run. Like now like Deku's catching up to Bakugo and Todoroki. Then this is when like they would like the robots would fall like in canon. And I'm gonna say like right now Todoroki is in first, Bakugo's in second, and Deku's in third, close behind Bakugo. So I'm gonna say that President Mike is like making commentary like comments on like the three students that are in like the top three. Yeah, on that they're the top three right now. And I'm gonna say that, well, they would like start running, or they would continue running. Eventually they would get to like the canyon part, and Bakugo would just fly over it. Todoroki would start sliding on like using like the ropes, or he would like freeze the rope so he can slide on it. And Deku, like since he's superhuman, he would just jump towards like pillar to pillar with no problem at all. And I'm gonna say like he would actually pass Todoroki on this one. And Bakugo's in first place right now, and Deku's in second, Todoroki third. So, um, like Todoroki would like kind of get mad that Deku passed him, so he would like try to shoot more ice attacks at, he would try to shoot ice attacks at Deku. Deku would be dodging them and like sometimes like breaking the ice. And Bakugo was just trying to get like as far as he can. And I'm gonna say that Deku would just like start like running even faster, and he's starting to catch up towards Bakugo. And I would say like now they're neck and neck, and Bakugo was saying like like I'm gonna win this, and like I'm gonna leave you in my dust, and he would start shooting bigger and bigger explosions to like propel himself even forward, and Deku would just start running even faster, and then Todoroki would just start sliding on like he would start using his ice to propel himself forward, to make him go faster, and he's starting to catch up to the two of them. Then like Bakugo and Deku would make it to the minefield, and Deku would actually stop, but then Bakugo would say like he would just fly over them, and Deku would um Deku would get an idea, and he would like basically do the same thing like in canon, but instead like yeah, he would basically do the same thing. Like he would pile up like a giant, like a little pile of mines, and he would just blow them up. And but instead of like having the piece of metal that he had, he's just like using it. He doesn't have it. So like when the big explosion happens, he's like it looks like he's flying, and he passed Bakugo and Todoroki, but both of them would try to catch up. Deku would land like doing like a somersault, and then like starts running, and eventually Deku would get first place in that. So then the second obstacle would be announced, and it would be the cavalry battle. So I would say that no one wants to be on Deku's team, and Deku would like tell Midnight if he can be alone, since no one wants to be on his team. And Midnight would say like, "Are you sure?" Like I don't know. That kind of seems dangerous. And Deku would say like, "I can handle myself. I'll be okay." And Midnight would say like, "Okay, if you say so." So when Midnight started like the whole like the timer, everyone would rush towards Deku. But Deku, like, he knows more, like, a ton of martial arts, so, like, every time, like, people would get near him, he would, like, kick him and punch him away. And sometimes he would be, like, eliminating, like, other teams. He wouldn't be taking their headbands, but he was just, like, eliminating teams. And Todoroki would try to, like, his team would go for Deku. And Ida would actually, like, do his reciprocal burst. And before, like, Ida can actually run, Deku he would notice that Ida's like about to like run really fast, so he like moves out of the way in the nick of time. And Todoroki's team is right at the edge of like the arena. Like if they cross the line, they would be eliminated. And to like how did Midoriya how did Midoriya dodge my attack? And Todoroki was like, huh. Like, he think like, huh, like this could be this could be harder than I thought. So like I want to say Bakugo would like charge at Deku, like from the air, and he would like be exploding towards Deku, and as like Bakugo was about to like land an explosion on Deku, Deku would dodge the explosion, and then charge at Bakugo and punching him in the face. And Bakugo was about to like hit the ground, but then his team would like pull him back. So everyone would start to like back off, like trying to like they would kind of stop going for Deku, because like no one has successfully taken the headband from him. So like they don't like focus on him anymore, and they start focusing on other people. So I must say that I want to say Shinso's team and Monoma, like his team, would like also like they wouldn't give up, and they would like go for Deku. And like Deku would see like Shinso's team, and he would see like all like their eyes are like white, and he knows that something's up. And Deku would like see like, huh, Shinso. Like I've heard that name before. He was in the database. I just don't remember his quirk. So, um, sh- um, Shinso, yeah, Shinso. Um, Shinso would like like tell his team to like run towards Deku, and Monoma would do the same. And basically, Monoma is coming from the left, and Shinso's coming from the right, and they're basically trying to like corner Deku. But Deku would just like he would like, well, not Deku, like right, like as the two teams are about to like grab the headband from Deku's head, Deku would just like move out the way, and both of the teams would like collide with each other. And I was like, they wouldn't like, they wouldn't fall, but well, I'm gonna say Monoma's team would fall and they would get eliminated, but Shinso's team didn't. And Mona would say like, "Oh, I'll get you next time, Midoriya. Like this won't be the last of this." Deku would say like, "Yeah, whatever you say." And Deku would just look back at Shinso, and Shinso would like look at him, and he would tell his team to like move or like go look for other headbands. And Deku would say like, "Huh?" So he tells he's telling his team what to do, but they're not responding. Maybe he has to do something with his quirk. So eventually the timer would run out, and Deku would be announced the winner. So, yeah. Then the final obstacle, or like the 1v1 fights, would be announced. And the first round would be Deku versus Shinso. And like as like Deku's walking towards like the arena, Ojiro, yeah, that's his name. Ojiro would stop him and tell Deku about Shinso's quirk. And Deku would say like, "Yeah, I figured. I just needed to make sure." And you just proved my point, or like you proved my theory. And Ojiro would say like, "Yeah, like don't respond to any of his questions, like because he'll brainwash you." And Deku would say like, "All right, thanks for the information." So Deku and Shinso would arrive at this on the arena, and then Midnight would tell them to start the fight. Shinso would start trash talking. Deku's not budging. He's not budging at all. Shinso starts to get like a little mad, and he starts like like talking louder than he did, and like Deku's not even moving. He's just has a straight face. And then Shinso would start screaming, and he would say like, "Why aren't you talking?" And Deku would just like charge at Shinso, and Shinso doesn't even know what to do, because he doesn't know how to do like he's never done any training. He's only focused on his quirk. So like I'm gonna say Deku would land like a solid hit towards the stomach, and Shinso would get sent flying. And like this would actually knock out Shinso. And I'm gonna say like he went flying. Like he went like 30 feet. Yeah, like that's how strong his punch. Like that's how strong Deku's punch was. So Deku would be announced the winner of his like the first fight. And then he would like leave like the arena and like go back to where he was sitting. And like then like the other matches would like go by like in canon. And um uh so like when Deku's match would be like announced, like as he's making his way towards the arena, Endeavor would stop him like in canon, and he would tell Deku to like don't hold anything back, and like make Todoroki use his fire. And Deku would say like, "I'm not gonna make him use his fire if he doesn't want to, but if he doesn't use it, he will lose the fight." And And Deku would walk past Endeavor, and he would say like, if you want me to make him use his fire, I will, just not for your sake, for his sake. And he would walk off. And then Endeavor would give a glare towards Deku, and Deku would look back and he would glare at him. So Todoroki and Deku would like arrive, and their match would begin. Todoroki would shoot an ice attack. Deku would dodge it, and he would like Deku would charge at Todoroki, but Todoroki would shoot ice attacks at Deku. Sorry about that. Anyways, so um, Todoroki would shoot ice attacks at Deku. Deku would be dodging them, sometimes breaking the ice. I'm gonna say like he broke some like pieces of ice so he can use as weapons. Like he will use them as like throwing knives. Todoroki would get cut by a few of them, but then Todoroki would just be shooting out bigger ice attacks, so they would be harder to break. But Deku would still manage to break some parts off. And then Deku would like get up close towards Todoroki's face, and he would say that if you don't use your fire, you're gonna lose. And he would knee him in the face, and Todoroki would get sent flying back. Todoroki would get back up, and he would say like, I can't use his fire. I I can't use my father's fire. And Deku would say like, it's not his fire, it's yours. You can do whatever you want. It's your quirk. And Todoroki would like ignite like in canon. And Todoroki would do like the same stance like in canon. Deku wouldn't be doing any stance because he wouldn't. So Todoroki would shoot his big ice attack. Deku would dodge it, and or like he would actually break through the ice, and this would actually like cause his arm to like break. Not as bad as like Canon Deku when he uses One For All. Just like it just breaks his arm. Like you can tell that his arm is broken just by like the way like it is. So he breaks his, I'm gonna say his left arm. And Deku would keep charging at Todoroki, and Todoroki would be using his fire attack, and he would like he would shoot the fire attack at Deku, and it would hit Deku directly, and it would make a huge explosion. Like I want to say that, yeah, I must say no. It didn't hit Deku. I want to just say that Mr. or not Cementos, like interfered, and he put a wall between Deku and the fire attack. So it would cause the big explosion. Not as big as a cannon. I would just say like it was a pretty big explosion, just not as big as the cannon one. So I'm gonna say that Deku, I want to say like Deku's right at the edge, and I'm gonna say that Todoroki was passed out, and Deku's breathing heavily, and he has like I'm gonna say like he has like burn marks on his body. I'm gonna say that it like his shirt is burned, like there's like pieces like that are burned off. Then Deku would be announced the winner of the fight, and then he would pass out. Both of them would wake up toward like at Recovery Girl's office, and Recovery Girl would say like, "Huh, I see you two boys are up," and Deku would say, "Yeah, I am. What happened?" Then not Midnight. Recovery Girl would say that you two boys passed out when you guys were fighting, so like they brought they brought you guys here, and like both of them would look at each other, and Todoroki would say like thank you for that, and Deku would say like what do you mean, and Deku or not Todoroki would say like thank you for like saying those words to me, like now I know like that this is my power and I can do whatever I want with it. And I could say, yeah, it's your power, so you can become any hero you want to. So then, like, he would like have a couple more minutes to rest. Then he would be called up for the finals. So his match would be announced. Like, his opponent would be Bakugo. So, Deku would, well, basically he would arrive at the arena, and Bakugo is there too. He's waiting. He's like grinning really hard, like in canon. And when their match begins, Bakugo would shoot off towards Deku, and like Bakugo is about to land an explosion, and he does. Deku would block the explosion. It would still hurt him, but like Deku would just kick Bakugo in the face, and Bakugo would recover from this and start shooting more explosions at Deku. Deku would be dodging and blocking the explosions, and Bakugo would like be making bigger and stronger explosions. I'm sorry if you can hear that. That's my brother. Sorry about that, guys. Anyways, as I was saying, Bakugo would like be shooting bigger and bigger explosions at Deku. Deku would be dodging and blocking, but eventually it would actually start to hurt Deku a lot more. So Deku would have to like switch from defense to offense, and he would start attacking Bakugo like more. He would be throwing more kicks than punches because like his forearm, he's been using his forearms to like block the attacks, like the explosions, so like they're burnt. So like he can't really use them, but he's still punching Bakugo. It just hurts, like his arms just hurt. So as he's like kicking Bakugo, I would say like he would kick him like really far, like to the opposite side of the arena, and then Bakugo would like get really mad, and he would like launch himself into the air and start charging up his howitzer impact. And I would say that Deku doesn't really know what to do, but I would say like when Bakugo is screams out howitzer impact, I'm gonna say like Deku will like for like full like as fast as he can, he would just like run towards the opposite side of the arena, like where Bakugo came from. And like he would get caught, like he wouldn't get caught in the explosion, but the force of the force of the explosion like push him even further. So the same explosion would happen, and Bakugo would like the smoke would clear, and Bakugo was like on the ground, and like he would like get back up to see like Deku's not there, and he would say like, "Where'd you go, Deku?" Or where did he go? Because he doesn't know who Deku is, or he does, he just doesn't remember. And then this is when Deku would like come from behind and kick him in the face. And this kick was really like brutal, and it actually like sent him flying out of the ring, and this would actually knock him out. Then Bakugo would be, or not Bakugo, Deku would be announced the winner of the sports festival. So I'm gonna end it off here. I hope you guys like this part. I try to make this video as long as I can because like I said in the beginning, I haven't been posting, so I wanted to make a long video for you guys. So yeah, I hope you guys like this. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.
I want that body, baby, show me.